Why big corporations always fail. Corporations fall, and Google and YouTube are next because people don't like the changes to YouTube. So far, they haven't lost their monopoly to their video site, but Google is starting to lose their search monopoly to Bing and ChatGPT. Former CEO Jeff Bezos said Amazon one day will fail, and he's making sure that doesn't happen while he's alive. In fact, Amazon is making a profit in the first time in a while. Yahoo used to be the dominant search engine until Google put them way under. YouTube has had a lot of bad changes, such as removing dislikes, removing the trending page, etc. Now let's get to it. Sears Holdings, while Amazon is monopolizing the e-commerce, step ahead, step ahead, Walmart remains the king of American commerce. This has squeezed all players in the retail market, but none has hard as Sears Holdings, the corporate parent of Sears and Kmart. The company's October 2018 Chapter 11 bankruptcy saw the closing of 142 stores with more slated. JCPenney, like Sears Holdings, JCPenney had the bad luck of being a small retailer in the land of giants. Though the company was a more simple, the decline of traditional mall model of retail and corporation from Walmart led to poor sales and a need to rebrand. Several rounds of stores closures followed with the remaining stores focusing on clothing and furnishing. Crocs, it wasn't so long ago that plastic shoes were the in thing, known for its Crocs and its signature product were the frequent target of ridicule and satire. Despite celebrity endorsements and athletic early sales, the company was unable to compete with other manufacturers' athletic shoe offerings, leading to the closure of more than 150 stores in 2018. The company also eliminated some of its brand offerings, shut down most of its internal manufacturing infrastructure, and added a channel to its production line. Office Depot has found itself alert since the Federal Trade Commission blocked rival Seb's attempt to buy the struggling office supplies store in 2015. Unable to effectively compete against the larger Seb's and Amazon, the company, after shuttering several stores in 2014, has entered the business cloud services market. This placed the company in direct competition with Amazon once more with predictable results. Harley-Davidson, the motorcycle manufacturer, Harley-Davidson is at the horns of the metal, responding to a reduced number in annual motorcycle sales. In a push towards lower emission vehicles, the company has introduced a new line of motorcycles, including models featuring electric and hybrid motors. This, however, defies why many like and buy a Harley Davidson. It's a traditional slang in connection to classic America. You may also like beef, steaks, white bread, and other groceries that dropped in price. And the last month, probably one importance when the furnishings and decor store for one Imports went public in 1972. It's doubled its sales each year for 4 consecutive years. A formal hangout for the hippie scene, Pier 1 emerged as the place to get affordable home decorations and knickknacks. However, competition from IKEA, Walmart, and Amazon slid the company's growth, leading to a downgrade in its credit rating. This, coupled with the ongoing tariff war with China, has forced the company to rethink its sourcing and production supply chains. Lee Lands and formerly Sears Casual Clothing Langren and Home Furnishings offshore Lands and has inherited some of the problems of its former parent with the bankruptcy of Sears. Lands and was forced to close its store within a store breaches and Sears stores, while the Lands and catalog remain strong. Partnerships with brands such as Canvas have failed to meet expectations. Southern Grocers, the corporate parent of the supermarket chain Winn-Dixie, recently entered Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Protection: while supermarkets are usually largely bulletproof, financially speaking, a failure to properly respond to changing customer demands and antiquated stores has caused Winn-Dixie to lose the customers over the years. A round of store closing with the remodeling and rebranding of the surviving stores is the potential limiting Southerners Grocers is pursuing to turn around the valuable brand. Kodak. At one point in history, Kodak was the undisputed heavyweight champion of professional and consumer grade photography. Lords its brownie and aesthetic cameras and line of photography films and papers made the company one of the best known companies in the world. However, competition from further film and a delay entry into digital photographic largely doomed the Rochester, NY-based company following bankruptcy in 2012, and the selling off of most of the company's internal property. Kodak is looking at a myriad of strategies to stay afloat, including launching a cryptocurrency. Top-friendly markets. Top-friendly markets is not just a business just facing bankruptcy in the eyes of many. It is a business facing salvation. The MSNY-based supermarket chain was eternally seen as a competitor to regional grocery segments. However, aggressive expansion, including purchasing several Grand Union and PAC food stores, and increasing the number of Lawson Farms convenience stores, while onboarding the company's debt led to the company declaring bankruptcy in 2018. While the supermarket has emerged from bankruptcy as of November 2018, 2018, it is still on unsure ground. You may also like these 25 countries have the most debt in collections in the U.S. Players, typically there are patterns one can look at to understand why a company or entire world end up on lists, such as this one. In the case of Claire's, the weak link is that the store is largely built around being a mall stamper with mall traffic on the decline. Business that rely on malls will logically also decline. The value ear-piercing jewelry and accessories depot sought bankruptcy protection in 2018. Claire's closed 130 stores the same year and it's currently looking for a buyer. Dean Foods is a national producer of milk, dairy products, ice cream, juices, and teas. Based in Dallas, Texas, Dean Foods has reported a drop of more than a third of its stock price, claiming that low retail price points for grocery private label milk has made it hard for the company to make a profit. Its national brand, Pier, is typically priced higher than in-store brands, leading to lower sales. A decrease in milk demand is also hurting sales, suggesting that the company's stock problems will continue for the foreseeable future. Mattress Firm retail is an example of what happens when a company seeks to expand too quickly. Over a 12-year period, Mattress Firm purchased or acquired competitors Mattress Pro, Sleep Train, Sleep Country, US Mattress, Born Sleepy, and Sleep America. Many of these locations were conceived to Marcus Firm locations without contagion, meaning that It's some markets there were up to 3 Mattress Firm stores and visible sight of each other. That led to a 2018 Chapter 11 bankruptcy and the closing of 200 stores with up to 500 more possibly closing in the future. Toys R Us, the closing of Toys R Us in 2018 hurt the hearts of many adults who grew up with Gruffy the giraffe. Like other retailers, Toys R Us couldn't compete with Walmart and Amazon, and its private equity ownership structure meant the company could not easily refinance its debt. However, all is not lost, as the company has announced the launch of 6 new stores and a new online site. Subway, the sandwich chain Subway, is one of the largest quick service restaurant chains in the world. The company's fast growth, however, has come to a liability. The company's longtime associate with former spokesman Jared Fogle, who was convicted and in prison for child pornography. I want to keep this video monetizer friendly, so I kind of gotta censor some stuff. And illegal sexual content with a minor, along with competition from rivals like Paul Bread and Jimmy Jones, and the elimination of the long-standing 5-foot-long special have caused profits to fall. The company closed over 1,100 stores in the U.S. in 2018, and it's currently experimenting with changing its core menu to bring in more customers, with companies like Blockbuster falling. That should be a example when it is usually the end. Link to the web article in the description. I couldn't pronounce everything right. I shouted a bit and I apologize, but I don't feel like doing this over again, so I'm going to end it here. Anyways, like I always say, this is unscripted. Everything I just said was unscripted, but now it's time to get back to the scripted stuff. If you want, leave a like or dislike and subscribe. You can be notified for occasional videos or all of them. Goodbye.